Okay, welcome back. I had a request for the Havilland Chipmunk, which I have in my hangar. There she is. Two-seat training aircraft from the 1950s, I think, something like that. Okay, canopy does open. You can open it and close it and stuff like that, and it's quite a simple, basic little aeroplane. Okay, to learn to fly in. So let's take it for a whiz, shall we? I'm going to take off clean, no flaps, centralise the controls. Oh. We're going to go for a quick fly around Sydney. It's a really, really super basic aeroplane. It's great fun to fly. Where's Sydney? Sydney should be over there somewhere, yeah. So we're going right in the tower. I think the Canadian Air Force had chipmunks, and Australians probably had them as well, I don't know. RPM a bit high there. Super basic, there's only one throttle, fixed pitch propeller, there's nothing complicated going on here at all. We'll fly down to Sydney, check out the Opera House, go under the bridge and fly back to here. There we go. Anyone who's ever been in the Air Cadets in the 1970s, 1980s will almost certainly, even the 60s, maybe had a go in one of these in air experience flying. Can do aerobatics in them. Nice little aerobatic thing. You have to put the nose down, pick up a load of power up to about 125, as I recall, before you would never do it over a city. You can do it though. It's a very, very gentle little aeroplane to learn to do this in. Put the power on the way down. Back in again. There we go. Watch your RPM. Keep your RPM in the green. There we go. That's the RPM gauge. Obviously. Flying over cities would be at a minimum of 1,500 feet. So we're down to 700 feet here, so that's not good. We need to get a bit higher. Otherwise the Bobby will come and pinch us. Oh look, the artificial horizon's toppled. I forgot to lock it in place. It's not an aerobatic, which is a bit useless, isn't it? Really. And if you've got the authentic aeroplane, you have to cage the gyro before you did aerobatic manoeuvres. Altimeter is a bit odd on this one. This is coming up to 1,500 feet, but the fingers are like, oh, different. Okay. I'll get one of these wands. Let's see if I can open the canopy. I did have it on a switch, but it doesn't seem to be working. There we go. Bit more noise going on now. There are the petrol gauges outside. Can you see them? That tells you how much fuel you've got in that wing, and that's the fuel cap. And same on the other side, we've got fuel gauge over there. Oh, RPM is getting a bit high now. So we'll go under the bridge. We've caged that now, so we haven't got to worry about that top link. Don't need it anyway, we're playing VFR. The deck I've had carburetor heated, have the carb heater as well. Fuel on, fuel off. I remember if the Chipmunk had carburetor heat. Honestly can't remember. Probably does. Just diverts warm air from the exhaust to the carburetor so you don't get any icing. But in Australia, for goodness sake, do we get icing in Australia? Maybe. Depends how high we go, I suppose. The bridge at 100 knots to the climb. Trim wheel as well, see that down there, that's the trim wheel. You wind the trim back and it'll bring the nose up, wind it forward, that'll put the nose down a bit so you can let go of the stick. It'll stay where you put it, it's trimmed correctly. Okay, therefore we need to put the nose here somewhere. What's the RPM, we're going a bit fast there. That's the battery switch, that's the master avionics for the radios, here, and this is the transponder. So don't worry about that, forget all about that. Teach you all about that later. Fuel tap down there. They don't have toe brakes in the Chipmunk, they have differential braking, so you've got to put the flaps on a bit and then put in and stuff and you can differential brake. They do a nice mod actually for toe brakes for the Chipmunk, but the purists hate it, you know, the purists like it to be all old and really shit. But I believe in it's such a nice airplane, you may as well make it nice. You put a few normal things on it like a Taskers Horizon that works when you're upside down. Altitude 2,100 feet. I don't like that. That little one should indicate the tens of thousands, not the little fat one. But there we go. Let's trim it. Let's trim it. Let's trim it back from here. Because if the engine packed up in flight, you've got to practice being able to do forced landings and things, you know. You would normally practice forced landings I can actually, I think, can I shut the fuel off? There's a fiddly, well, I imagine the fuel's cut off and the engine stopped. It's throttled right back, we don't use any flaps. So we're sure we can make it, but that runway is 100 miles long, look, I mean, you can't land on that. Just give up flying, really. But what we don't want to do is fall short of it, okay, so we want to make sure we can definitely reach it before we start using any flaps, because we want the maximum glide angle. So we glide, I don't know, 60, 70 knots, something like that. We're at 60 knots at the moment, that's gliding really well. It can be the pilot's operating handbook that we stick in the aircraft. The flaps working? Yes, they are. We're needing them soon, so in order to descend and not speed up, because you put the nose down, you're going to speed up, you can side slip. Okay, so you put full right rudder in and start pushing the ailerons over to the left. You should be able to descend rapidly, but without speeding up, because we don't want to speed up, we want to touch down at the right speed. Much of this is about 50 knots. I think the red zone there is just over 40, so you can land it quite slowly actually. Okay, I'm going to put some flaps in there. Put all the flaps in. We're definitely going to make it from here. Okay, I've got full right rudder in. Got the stick over to the left, the side slipping in. We're not speeding up, we're still at 60 knots, but the descent rate is massive. Coming down at 1200 feet a minute, and we're at 700 feet. We're nicely lined up with the runway. If anything, we're high. That's good. Altitude is my friend. Throttle is closed. So we're going to slowly centralise the controls. There we are. Still doing just under 60 knots. Full flaps. 50 knots. Going round out. Don't let the airplane land. Just keep it flying above the runway. You have to keep pulling back a bit more each time, until it just stalls onto the runway. And that's it. You're down. The flight is over. Accidentally tail wheel, you taxi it with the stick right back in your stomach and keep it there, keep that tail on the ground. So we don't want to be blind looping, do we? No, we don't. So you can't brake with these aircraft because it might go up in the air, the tail might come up and ding the propeller on the ground, so you just got to wait patiently for it to slow down, which is why these aircraft operate best on grass, because they stop much quicker on grass than they do on tarmac. Okay. And then we can taxi back to park. It doesn't want to stop on the surface, does it? Okay, we'll just taxi it onto the grass. It wastes too much time taxiing. You spend so much time taxiing in aeroplanes and it costs a fortune. It costs you just as much as it does to fly. Right, there we are, on the grass. Flaps can come up. The flight is over. Thanks for watching.